What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. Let me get rid of this. Go out of here, 1.6.1. And I just want to say thank you for being here, as always. Alchemist start, huh? I think it's at least interesting enough to consider, although I don't... Actually, no, I think I have a cooldown rate Alchemist here, maybe. Yes, I do. Potentially. I also have a very old run request that was asked of me, or not. It wasn't a YouTube comment. It was a conversation I was having with a person on Discord about basic attack Alchemist and if it's potentially good or bad. And I've been kind of meaning to get around to it for a while, so maybe I'll also consider doing that. I feel like I've done a lot of cooldown rate lately, so I might put a bit of a timer on a cooldown rate thing. But also, we're not even like guaranteed to go down an Alchemist path here. There's a lot, like it's literally the start, you know, so there's a million different ways we could go from here. But at the same time, you know, I am feeling Alchemist, I will say. Alchemist is a skull that got like a bunch of tweaks, I should say, in the 1.6.1 update. It's really one of the only major changes that is like, well, I guess that's not true. They fixed the like Crimson Sun, and they also fixed like masterpiece inscription on, or like they fixed the clone stamp and the prince's boxes. It's like refreshing in the shop and stuff. Like they reverted all of that stuff. So, and I would also say that the Alchemist was a bit of a reversion as well, like because like they just kind of like fixed what they messed up in with the overcorrection. Or maybe this was 1.6. Actually, I think I'm getting 1.6 and 1.6.1 confused. They might have done okay, maybe I'm super wrong. I actually think they didn't do any of that in 1.6. They did it in 1.6.1, so my bad. it kind of bled together for me. 1.6.1 was a mostly unremarkable update. That is poison and heritage, not very useful to me. None of this is useful to me, for being honest here. We see the hunter again with stationary shot. I might as well swap out Little Bone here for that, just for like future like I just get 11 free shards basically, so no point in holding on to this. And also I can leave my options open here. I can pick up like something like this potentially, and leave my options available for like another item. I might like, if I don't want to do the Alchemist run, and now I have like a alternate hunter run. And it's been a while since we've done hunter. I had to put him on a bit of a cooldown because like I was doing way too many hunter runs, because I am a big hunter fan. I would say it's probably like after my top 3 skulls, my like favorites kind of start not mattering as much. Like I don't sit there and think about like my 6th or my 7th or my 8th favorite skull, you know, but like hunter is certainly in the top when it comes to my favorite skulls. And I have some interesting run suggestions for hunter here. However, I do see the dwarf, which is my favorite quintessence, coincidentally. So I will be taking that. That certainly pushes me more further down the Alchemist path here. Basic attack especially, because I have been wanting to test this run for a while. I was like sworn up and down to that this is actually good. You need certain items to make it good, but like they were telling me that what makes it good is like not the like since you don't have to mash the attack button over and over to have your attacks going. Like I'm literally just holding down my left click here and I'm attacking. So like it's unique in that sense. So like you don't have to worry about mana gauntlet. It's basically a free stat increase, and then you have like after image, which is, oh, also I should be putting down my quint here. You have after image, which is like even more just like a convenience on your attack, which normally like after image, especially mana gauntlet, like these can be a little bit cumbersome to use. But in this specific case, a very hyper specific case here, it's not, because of the way that these skulls, or the way that Alchemist works with its basics. So just a bit of a unique thing that you can do, especially with Alchemist, that I was sworn up and down to that is good, but I'm a little skeptical, but I guess we'll find out. I've been wrong here quite a bit lately about like Magic Rider and stuff like that, which I did not foresee being as good as it was. So I still got, you know, there's things that I don't know even at this point. Things that I can learn. So let's try and learn on this run. Thank you for kill stealing from my dwarf there, Mr. Mana Golem, or Dark Golem. What even is this thing? Imperfect Dark Stone Golem. There you go. That's all you have to see. Just do the read challenge sometimes, you know? You know, they always tell you as kids that reading is fun, but you know, that never stuck with me. Reading is not fun for me. It's not something I like to do very much. Okay, so I'm guessing that Yggdrasil's next. Just a wild guess in the dark. You know, crazy shit, I know. Go ahead and charge, sir, thank you. I just want to place this down and get as many shots against this guy as I can. We don't have any magic damage on this run, or we have this, I guess. That is technically magic damage, 20%, so it's not too awful bad, but we don't have a lot, which normally would be a bad thing, but with Dwarf Quintessence in particular, it can actually be good, because it allows you to hit an enemy more times before they go down. So while you're upgrading Dwarf to King Dwarf, it can be very useful to not have a ton of magic damage. Yggdrasil is just a big, dumb target that I can just hit over and over. We got the fucking glitch. I couldn't tell you why this happens. I have zero fucking idea myself. But occasionally when you're fighting Yggdrasil, your fucking dwarf quintessence falls through the ground whenever you try and place it down, which makes farming against Yggdrasil pretty much impossible. It's really annoying. I don't understand it. One more time. Yep. I don't know. If you can get it to stay on top of there in phase 1, it's actually a really great time to farm your dwarf. But without that, you're shit out of luck. You might as well just start killing him, you know? Because, oh, god damn it. I thought I was on his fist there. But there's just no point. So we're just not even going to focus on farming our... We could farm it a little bit here if he cooperates and goes down. Oh no, I thought he fell to the ground there for some reason. Well, he's dead. GG's. Unfortunate, but oh god, we are so... Like, normally I'm almost done with my King Dwarf here, but I just fucking forgot. And also, Alchemist is not the greatest farmer of it. Okay, none of this... Like, literally none of this is good. Good lord, what is this? Hello, game? Hello? I guess I'll take this. Good god. Game, don't do this to me, man. That was awful. I am going to upgrade the Alchemist. I'm pretty set on this path. I'm feeling it. Especially with the Dwarf, which is like something I'm a big Dwarf Quintessence fan in general. And having it on a run like this, where like I have a specific use case in mind for it, it's just fun. So, I'm all about this run right now. Just, I know the farming aspect of a Dwarf Quintessence is off-putting to people, and people, for some reason, like, I think that's why a lot of people have a negative opinion on the Dwarf Quintessence, because they don't like the farming portion, which it's like, dog, you farm Kyrian, and you're completely okay with that. Like, what's so bad about farming Dwarf? Like, it's the same thing, and they're both very good when you get them farmed. So just like, grit and bear it, farm your dwarf, and you won't regret it. Especially if you're a newer player, I promise you. This Quintessence has so many, like, just little use cases, especially if you're a newer player, where you can just make the most out of it. And just, it allows for some, like, very cheesy play styles that I think a lot of people don't recognize. And I will talk about it a little bit as I go through this video, which is... once again, bad of me, because the tips video, which is coming soon TM, really gets into it, but I can't help myself. I'm a fucking chatterbox. Good lord. I'm looking for very specific items. I'm not finding them. None of this is that. I should have... okay, this is good. This is good. This is a good item to find. Now we have both of the incense burners. But the gold incense burner in particular is really useful because it gives me more gold. And now my gold problems in shops that I've been having are not going to be as bad. So very happy to have the gold incense burner along. That incentivizes me to go a little further into treasure. So I might... oh, fuck. That was a... How did that go down there? You guys saw me. I was literally up on the ledge. Like... like, I don't even know if I can, like, blame myself for that. Like, that was ridiculous. Oh yeah, also I need to do this. This is like the worst thing about Alchemist. whenever you upgrade him to unique, his flask goes on his second skill button, even though it starts on your first skill button, and the golem goes on the first skill button, even though you don't have it at first. It's like such a weird little quirk about the skull that drives me crazy, and I always have to fix it, or else I'm. Oh, come on! I forgot this was here. Ugh. I'm gonna wait for this to act. Like This is how much I want to farm here. Go ahead and. I'm willing to place the golem down here. We are not good at dealing with crowds, huh? Oh my god, I was getting obliterated. Holy fuck. Thank god we have so much HP. That was insane. I was getting destroyed in that crowd. Yeah, we have no way of dealing with crowds right now. That's our best bet, is swapping into our hunter. I mean, I'm fine. I'm not worried about dying or anything. It was just me being a little stupid and like done. Like I was literally just standing there in the crowd trying to get my dwarf quintessence to start farming faster, and I wasn't paying attention to how ganged up on I was getting. But you always have to be wary of big crowds of enemies in Skul, because you know, normally enemies when they're attacking you have a bit of a like a cooldown in how quickly they can attack you, but when you have a bunch of enemies at once, that cooldown, it doesn't exist anymore. Because stop charging at me, Mr. Hero, or rookie, I should say. You're not a hero yet. I'm not gonna respect you by calling you a hero. You son of a bitch. Okay, just stay in front of the turret, please. You have to cooperate, sir. How is he not ulting? Oh god, they're both gonna ult at the same time. Okay, I'll just accept it. Okay, they both got their ults off. What is happening on this run? What is this, bro? Please. This is like a nasty set of adventures to get, and especially as the Act 2, the Act 2 adventure fight. That was not a pleasant fight. I will take this. Do we have Mana Cycle? No. I'm not going to upgrade the Hunter. That is not my partner choice here. I would much rather have something else. If anything, I want like a Warlock or something. Though there are a lot of different ones I would take. Plenty of skulls. But Warlock is good because it works very well with the... It works hilariously well with the Dwarf Quintessence. And it gives you just like projectile spam like crazy. And I could even turn this into like a meme projectile build if I wanted to, you know? Like, I'm a big fan of my stupid ass meme projectile build that I came up with at the start of 1.5. That I don't think I've done for a very long time. And I want people to see it because it's funny. So I could do that on this run. It's possible. It certainly plays into the basic attack alchemist style that the person was telling me about. Oh. Okay, let's be careful here. I don't want to get stupid damage taken. Also, come on, fellas, just die. I'm placing this down here because these guys are gonna die. Yeah, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for this to happen so I could just start farming against these guys. There we go. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Give me some magic attack, please. She's not been cooperating lately. Yes, come on. Come on, man. Literally the opposite. We'll leave that there. I'm not interested in doing that on this run. Ghoul. No, thank you. What is this? No. I'm looking for very specific items, like I said. And we're running out. Oh, this is good. If we're going into physical a little bit, we might as well lean into it. But I haven't gotten an after image or mana gauntlet yet, which is unfortunate, but we'll have at least some funny projectile action on this run. Getting the physical damage on our spokesman of the mist was just like a precursor to finding that. So the game knew. My RNG is still being seeded by the devs as I go. The game just knew before I did because you know, it has that in-depth knowledge. Can I afford this? I think I can at this point afford this. Yes. That is not what I want, but I'll take it anyway. Game, stop giving me shitty items challenge, impossible difficulty. Also, King Dwarf finish farming challenge, impossible difficulty as well, apparently. Also, what is up with these comments, bro? Stop giving me comments. We're in Act 2. Comments are supposed to be on their way out. Normally, I talk about how annoying I find it that commons become pseudo-legendaries as you keep going through the game. But right now, I want them to be, so please, game. Work with me. Okay, let's go up here and destroy these guys who are being annoying. Thank you. Let's swap. Hunter also can use the, maybe I should make this a Alchemist Hunter run. Fuck it. Which I'm not committing to, by the way. I'm just saying that would be kind of funny. But, like, if that's what the game's going to do to me, it's not going to give me a good partner skull for my Alchemist here. I might as well make the most of the physical damage I got. I mean, it's not hard to do mixed runs in Skul the Hero Slayer in 1.6. Really at all. You can do it just fine. And it works perfectly, especially if you get certain items like the ring or Pot of Greed or like any of the high power legendaries like Hope Slasher and Nether Mana Suppressor. If you can get both of those on a run, that's like a lot towards your damage percent. All right, ladies, let's do this thing. As always, you know, same old, you're just the Lyanna sisters. You're no big deal. The bane of new players' existence, at least back in the day, I don't know how it is anymore. I feel like Skul is easy enough now to where most people could get through the Lyanna sisters and not struggle with them, but I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to say. I'm just so like out of the experience of like a new player playing this game because I'm very seasoned player of Skul. So if you're a new player and you're struggling with the Lyanna sisters, let me know. Just I'm curious more than anything else. And if you are, here's a tip for you: try dwarf. Dwarf is a very good way, or more so King Dwarf. If you're like me at this point and it's still dwarf, you won't get the value out of it. But if you can get King Dwarf into the Lyanna sister fight, it's actually a very good way of dealing with them without having to actually fight them. It pretty much deals like passive damage to them constantly. I'll try and show it off a little bit here, because I'm about to get King Dwarf, but it's just a really good way of dealing damage to them without having to actively be focusing on dealing damage to them. Like this, watch this. So now we have the King Dwarf, and now it's actually dealing good damage. Look at how much damage just the bullets of King Dwarf do to the Lyanna. And I don't even have to focus on fighting her. I can just focus on dodging her attacks while she does this stuff, and King Dwarf slowly pummels her to death. It's a very... I don't think a lot of people think of it like that, but it's just like a great way of being able to deal with them. I think it's the best way to fight the Lyanna sisters, especially like as a new player who doesn't understand the game. This is just like a fantastic way of dealing with her and killing her. GG's, she's dead, and I win. With King Dwarf. My favorite Quint. And what do we get? I will take the Goldmane Rapier. There it is. There's nothing better. Oh, this is better. Sorry, Goldmane Rapier. Yikes. Don't know what to tell you, buddy. You showed up at the wrong time. I got an early Stone of the Air. Not early enough, mind you. We didn't quite get it before we fought the Lyanna sisters, unfortunately. But we got it before the Chimera, and that's good enough for me. Sends us down a path of magic, which I've been wanting to do. I'm not going to upgrade my Hunter just yet. I really do need to get some mixed shenanigans going before I commit to the meme. Like, I would at least like some level of assurance that like I can maintain my stats on both ends and be able to do a decent job. Also, I think I am looking for the ability change NPC. I don't know though. I'm not really sold on Pollutant Flask yet. I think even if you're just doing like a non-status focused alchemist, it's potentially better to just have a status flask anyway because their effects are so good. But I don't know. I am leaving my mind open because I have been wrong about alchemist quite a bit. I just want to experiment a bit. I don't know. Maybe I should keep Pollutant Flask for that reason then, because I am curious. Just out of the range of the golem, but King Dwarf saving the day, as always. It's a great quintessence. For those who are uninitiated, I hope maybe this video serves as a little bit of a wake-up call. Good shit. We actually managed to kill both of them before they summoned their allies. We are still not making a lot of money. I guess I'll take this. We do need damage. So I think that means I get rid of this. Oh, there's Berserker. But, like, on this run, Berserker doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, it just feels like I'm going down the fucking the Hunter Alchemist path, which is fucking stupid, but hilarious too, so... I mean, I'm sure people will be very confused when they see the thumbnail. It's like, what the fuck are these two skulls doing together? This doesn't make any sense. But this is something I haven't brought up in a while that I used to bring up all the time, and I should bring up more. And I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. Mixed damage runs in Skul are very, very possible and easy to do now, and especially post 1.5 Skul the Hero Slayer. The game's very different now. Also, I am gonna, I guess, ditch my heritage. Heritage isn't necessary on dwarf runs, because it has constant uptime regardless, so you don't need it. Also, lag much? Classic Haxa, always lagging around. Don't know what's happening there. Hopefully my laptop is doing okay. You doing okay, buddy? Need some water? Hopefully you hold out until the recording's done at least. I picked up the invisible knife because I feel like on a run like this, if I can get even a little bit of crit percent going, which I already had Misfortune 1 on, what exactly was it? This? Okay, we're probably holding on to the explosive arrow too, so that's a very good incentive to just bring along that item. Oh! Yeah, see ya around, Hunter. Hardly knew ya. Bye-bye now. We will save the Magic Prisoner run for a run where I can truly focus on it from the start. Gamblers here, baby. I'm a big Gambler fan. Now I wish I took that Infinite Bone first, to be quite honest with you guys, but it's fine. I mean, what did I get instead? It was a choice between that and... Did I already get rid of what I... There's no shot. This was in the Act 1 reward chest. I don't remember, though. Was it this? I don't think so. I actually don't know what I chose instead. So it must have not been very remarkable. So, yep, that sucks. Kind of missing you. Infinite Bone. Wish you were here. Postcard from Haxa to Infinite Bone. Maybe it'll show up again. Nope. We don't need any more bone shards because we got that natural legendary. Bit of a dickhead legendary, if we're being honest, but it's not as much of a dickhead legendary if I pick it up. So, you know, I did get dickhead legendary, but it's a welcome surprise. Give me my legendary alchemist. Is this the first time I'm not fucking over the alchemist and upgrading it in Act 4 or Act 5? It might be, man. Alchemist fans rejoice. All three of you. I've upgraded the number from 1. Now there's 3 of you guys out there. Rejoice, you're getting your alchemist run after all this time. He's here in Act 3, not Act 5. Good stuff. And you know, like I always like to make fun of alchemist, but you know, it is a much better Skul than I and Earl both. I don't think Earl's come around as much on alchemist as I have, but we did our tier list video together. And in my tier list video, I think I was also not exactly kind to Alchemist, but it is a much better Skul than I think I gave it credit for. But in fairness to me, Alchemist has come a long way, especially in 1.6, especially where they reverted some of those disastrous changes they made to it. And now it's just like a little bit less awkward than it was. But I still am yet to see the power of Basic Attack Alchemist. I'm still looking for some specific items to make that work, and I'm hoping I find them. The one problem that Alchemist has that is pretty unescapable, and like even if you're an Alchemist fan, you have to acknowledge it. He has really good burst potential, but when he does his burst, he's like useless afterwards. Also, good lord, that is a ritual staff. Get rid of that finally. I have been like very tempted to bring Armor of Fear on a run for a long time, but it's just like I never... Oh shit, if I had bought that Armor of Fear, I would have found this. That's the thing, okay? You always have to keep that in mind. There might always be something nicer behind there, the item you're looking at, that is significantly better than what you have now. And this certainly is that. This is about as good of an item as I could have hoped for. We're definitely cooking now. We are cooking big time. This run's about to take off. Pretty hard. So what I'm wondering now is if I saw Troll, would I take Troll over Dwarf? And I don't think so. Though this hasn't exactly been the Alchemist run that I was thinking about building at the start, where I picked up the Dwarf. Like, I picked up the Dwarf expecting this to be a basic attack Alchemist run, and we haven't found the pieces of the puzzle yet to make that happen. Not that we still can't. I am still looking for it. And I am still really focusing on my basics, but we do need quite a bit from here to actually pull it off. So, looking for After Image, looking for Mana Gauntlet. It's going to be much easier to find Mana Gauntlet than After Image from here, because After Images are rare and we're moving in Act 4. Rares show up significantly less in Act 4, especially if you're looking for a particular rare. You might as well go fuck yourself. Though it's not as true as it used to be. 1.6 changed the game quite a bit. In good and bad ways. We got Davy Jones and the Mage, very good additions to Skul. They made the shop so powerful that it's a little alarming. So that's a give and take. I'm still kind of holding on to the hope that one day they revert some of the shop buffs that they did, but I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, good shit. Very good Chimera fight. I was hoping we could kill her before she jumped in the air, but we'll take what we got. And a terrible reward pool here, like quite honestly horrible. Like there's nothing good here. Wow, not even a legendary that I can break. I guess I'll break the unique and be on my way. Very upset. Skul, how dare you? How fucking dare you? After all we've been through, all these times, all the good times and the bad times, and you still have the audacity to force me into some bad times. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Alright, Act 4 is going to go pretty smoothly, I believe. Not too worried about it. Which that doesn't mean a lot coming from me, by the way. I'm sure a lot of people go into Act 4 and they're very nervous about how the run's going to go, but I'm just, like, I'm at a point in this game where, like, I don't really lose much anymore. The last time, I think the last time I lost was a challenge run. No. I lost off screen one run. I don't remember what it was though. Like I was at 450 for a very long time, and now I'm at 451. I just can't remember what the 451 was. We're also killing these guys before they can summon their friends, which is always a really good sign that you're doing something right. No. I do want to try that on a strike run though. That would be very good on the strike bowman run that I want to do. So that item is actually going to get used coming up once I actually do that run, which I'm looking forward to doing that run. I can't wait to actually find a good time to pull it off. Let's let King Dwarf do some work here. Thank you, King Dwarf. Thank you. You're awesome. We love you. I love you, at least. Not everyone sees the power of King Dwarf. There's still some non-believers out there. I'm slowly but surely converting people. This could be good on a King Dwarf run, but we're also not... Like, I don't think so. Like, it would also be good on a basic attack Alchemist run, but, like... Oh, the Hunter's Boots, actually. I can ditch this for Hunter's Boots. This gives me some good crit rate, at least. Which makes my, Actually, yeah, this is a really good item. What am I talking about? This is perfect, basically. It's not good on our Gambler, but this is mostly an Alchemist run, so... Gambler's just here along for the ride. This is also good on... Oh, man. What is... Okay, so my misfortune comes from this and this. I still want to hold on to this. I'm not quite ready to get rid of it just yet. Mana cycle on this run? Man, I don't know how I'm going to maneuver off of that. I think it's actually helping quite a bit on this run. To have my pollutant flasks up more is very useful, so... I don't know. I might keep the Prayer's Grace. I don't know. How many times did I say I don't know there? I feel like that's one of my most used words. Also, what the fuck? How did you start summoning up there, sir? I demand an answer. Like, what hit him? Oh, We max rolled. Oh, by the way, like this is something I always like to bring up when I'm playing Gambler. You high roll more often than you don't in this. Like he's gambling, but the odds are in his favor, and I think that's something a lot of people don't realize because maybe they get one bad run where they don't get a lot of high rolls, and they're like convinced that it's just like not a thing that happens a lot. But no, Gambler high rolls very often. Like I said, the odds are in his favor. Always keep that in mind when you're playing him. Like he's very, very good, especially if you have Infinity Bone or Infinite Bone. I always try to call it Infinity Bone, but I'm pretty sure it's just called Infinite Bone. But as I was saying, that's a very good thing to have on Gambler, and we did see it, but we passed it up. Like, but I couldn't have seen into the future and known I was gonna get Gambler. Had I done that, I would have probably taken it, because I can't even remember what I took in its place, which is never a good sign. That means I probably wasn't too super happy about it. Oh man, shit's getting out of control now. I think the adventure is going to be next, just a hunch. But you know, I've been wrong before. Let's see. It seems to be. It is. Well, that's just my super in-depth game knowledge, and I'm just got like a gigantic giga brain, you know? What can I say? I'm the smartest man alive, and simultaneously the stupidest man alive. Alright, adventurer. Who are you? Please don't be the fucking cleric. Oh, it's even better. It's the thief, the most weak adventurer to ever exist. Tales across the land, mockery and laughter are had when his name is spoken. The thief who dies in 2 hits, as they call him. Just the weakest man alive. What a title to have, and very accurate title. He does need a buff though, all jokes aside. Like he desperately needs to be buffed. Like this adventurer fight is just so much easier than all of the other ones who are like in their own ways nightmares. But then you just have the thief who is like very, very easy and pathetic. What's my crit percent? 41? Not too bad, but we could get those numbers up. I would probably take a black steel dagger if I saw it. Go ahead and jump into my my zone there, thank you. He did do quite a bit of damage to me, admittedly, as much as I was making fun of him, but like still, he's just so easy. I think that's the first time in a long time that I've fought him and he's gotten to ult. Which really just goes to show. Like, he is not powerful. He's very weak. The weakest man alive. Mockery and laughter, as I was saying, you know. Moving on from him, we're into the treacherous part of Skul the Hero Slayer, and still to this day, like, can really fuck with me. I've had some, like in a recent run, I had like a Giga run where I was like Yaksha and I was just godding it up. And I still lost my life in this portion of the game, so it's not free by any stretch. Act 4 Part 2. No matter how good you get at the game, anything can happen. Do I want to change? I think I'll just stick to Pollutant Flask at this point. What do I got? Ah, come on. Holy Grail. Never shows up when I need it. I've still yet to get a bleed run with Holy Grail, which is just sad. I've been trying. Well, actually, I guess I haven't done a bleed run in a while. But the times I've done a bleed run, I tried, okay? It's really hard to keep up with the, what's going on the screen with all of this, like, crazy shit everywhere. Also, can you believe we didn't see one time Mana Gauntlet or After Image? I guess I have to put the basic attack run in my pocket for a little bit, unless I can find it in this next shop. Which means I should probably ditch this. I don't think it's that helpful without the build I was working towards. What do we got here? None of this is good. That's good. Oh shit. What was my worst tactics item? Probably this. Tactics. And I don't want tactics 5. I lose 30% here. I want to keep my mana cycle, so I'm actually going to, oddly enough, I guess most people would think this is an odd decision, but now we have artifacts, so we have, oh shit, okay, yeah. That was a great decision. That's the difference between the pros and the schmoes, okay? That was a good decision. Go ahead and heal there. I could have maybe considered swapping into this instead of my Prayer of Grace, but it's fine. Actually, nah, the more I think about it, this is better. This just has like flat skill cooldown speed on it, as well as the mana cycle, so I stand by it. We can have like very high uptime on our Pollutant Flask. And I actually kept the Explosive Arrow, which is like the fun part about this run, you know? Like, I still want to keep the run fun. I want to keep it interesting. If we had just not found the Gambler, I would be on a Hunter and Alchemist run here with like hopefully like some good mixed shenanigans happening. Die, sirs. Thank you. Moving right along. We are killing it right now. This run just turned into a god run out of nowhere. Was not expecting it. Though I will say we still have the problem that Alchemist has where the downtime is like just abysmal. Which is the whole point in the basic attack Alchemist, where it kind of fixes the downtime a little bit. But we just didn't get there because our item luck wasn't where I wanted it to be. Still good item luck though. I mean, like, I can't complain too much here. Despite not getting the stuff I wanted, we still got some really good stuff, so. I'll summon my Golem. I will free the Harpy, just because she doesn't deserve it. She didn't show up when I needed her, but I'm just hoping maybe that we'll see the slime in this. Oh fuck! I took a skull room. Oh dude, I'm dickhead legendarying myself right as we speak. God damn it! Fucking muscle memory. Muscle memory fucking me over here. Gonna get dickhead legendaried. I know it, and I would deserve it too. This would be completely on me, so there's no even point in complaining if I get dickhead legendaried. Die. Okay, or not. Oh shit! The mage's fireballs have explosive arrow on them. That's pretty funny. I was not expecting that to be a thing. All right, it is Joan time. I see her door up there, so I hope I don't get a legendary here. And I didn't. Okay, that was a unique. I saw the big pillar of skulls, and I was like, oh shit, here it comes. We almost got to 100 bone shards though, which is like just stupid of me. Let's see how this Joan fight goes. Alrighty, Joan, you have met your maker. Hopefully. I still think I need to get rid of this, so hopefully the Act 5 shop, or maybe I get like scriptures here. Though if I get scriptures, I would have Tactics 5, and that would be really annoying. But I also have Relic, which I don't think I need. Okay, remember to always be careful when the fight starts with Joan, because if you're just standing there in the middle like a Dumbo, like I was, and you're not paying attention to her animations, you can get absolutely fucked over, like so hard, if she does the wall attack. That she did do it, but I was paying attention to her animations, which is why I always stress so hard. Always watch Joan in your peripheral when you're fighting her. It's so important because she has a lot of tells with her attacks. Unlike most fights in this game, she is very random. She has like real RNG attached to her, where her attack patterns are not set in stone. She can do a number of things, and it's hard to figure it out. But if you watch her animations, she will tell you a lot about what she's doing. So it's kind of like a bit of a mixed bag, where you need to have a little bit of in-game knowledge to like understand like and react to what you're seeing as it's happening. But with enough practice, you'll be able to fight Joan fairly easily, despite how nasty she is. As you saw there, I obliterated her, which is just kind of typical of me, because I'm very good at this game now. But no fucking scriptures even. The game couldn't even be kind enough to give me the scriptures, but it did give me a lot of legendaries. Hope Slasher, if we were on the Hunter run, would be excellent, but we're not. Demonomicon is okay, but we already have Artifact 2, and we have Artifact on 2 extremely good items that I'm certainly not swapping off of, so I think we're just going to break a legendary here. And I'll break the Hope Slasher in honor of our missed run with our Hunter and our Alchemist. Moving on to Act 5, though barely calling it Act 5 is a bit sad, because it's not really Act 5, it's just like a a scenic cinematic thing where you climb up to the first hero. I do wish this was a real act, and I'm hoping hard mode makes it a real act. That is like, if you had like a list of things that could happen in hard mode, this would be near the top for me, is to make this a true act. Would be very, very cool. But I don't expect that to happen, so it's more of just like some copium on my part. Alright. Oh my god. Well, honestly, I would lose my misfortune. Maybe I should just keep it. Maybe I should just keep this and not take this. Because it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't really feel like I have room on my run for the mana gauntlet now. The way that this run has unfolded. This would give me a lot of damage percent, though. But also, I would lose it when I swap out the Gambler, because Gambler can't maintain the mana gauntlet as easily. Let's just keep going. Fuck it. Fuck it. If you wanted to be on my run, you should have showed up earlier, mana gauntlet. Fuck you. We'll just consider this our kit. Take a screenshot. I said take a screenshot. There we go. Thank you, laptop, for being a little kind there. You know, not too bad. It can get much worse. If you're new here, you're not used to the routine of me taking the screenshot there, bro, that shit can get out of control in terms of just my laptop being a little bit uncooperative. So, good run, man. This is a very fun run, very cool run. Gambler, I'm always happy to bring Gambler along for a run. I do very much enjoy the Gambler. It's probably my favorite of the balanced legendaries. I've always been a big advocate for it. And people used to think the Gambler was really bad. I think people came around to it in 1.4 when they made the reforms. But I still thought it was good before that, personally. Maybe I was wrong. But, I don't know. I do think the reformations were a positive, though. Like, he probably needed it. Despite how much I still liked him, he probably did need the reformations. So I don't think this is going to be an absolute blowout, but I do think we're going to obliterate this first hero. I don't think he stands a chance. The real question at the end of this run is going to be, how do I break this? And I don't have an answer for you. So we might get a weak win screen here. That's the only bad thing about this run. All right, sir. Mr. First Hero. What do you got for me today? I don't know, but we're about to see. Okay, he did the jump attack I like. I do like it when he leads with that because it's very predictable. Give me a golem, please. Okay, we might actually kill him before he jumps in the air. Nah, I don't think so. I think we're just gonna miss it. If only I had the infinite bone, which, oh my god, if I had just seen into the future and realized I was gonna keep the prayer of grace, I would have, dude. Missed opportunities. It just, you know, hindsight is 20/20. Also, lag much? So far, we're hitless, by the way, which I'm not trying for a hitless. I'm not going to go super hard here for it. Like, I'm going to play about as normally as I always do. Could be a hitless, but don't hold your breath. I'm never going to try for the hit. There it goes. I'm never going to try for the hitless on the first hero. It's too... I just don't think it's fun, personally. But you know what is fun? Killing the first hero before he even gets out of his first attack phase in phase 2. GG's. Holy fuck, this run is strong. It actually was an obliteration. Much more than I thought it would be. God, Alchemist and Gambler are very potent together. And also, Alchemist with Pollutant Flask is much better than I even would have, like, considered it. And also, hopefully people are coming around to agreeing with me about King Dwarf. I keep making these videos trying to convince people of my opinions being the most correct opinions in Skul. And that's like the whole, the thesis of this channel is like, Haxer's always right about Skul the Hero Slayer. And people still have not found out, you know, like they still don't know. GG's, by the way, I'm just joking. So what do we do here for this win screen? I really don't know. Like, there's not much. I can maybe summon a golem. Does he? I don't know. Ah, okay, well, fucking horrible win screen. Fuck, that's like literally the worst win screen possible. Hopefully this doesn't bode badly and we go back on like a streak of shitty win screens. But there wasn't a lot I could do there. I was gonna try and jump and throw a flask at the same time. It's really hard to do though. GG's. Fucking excellent run though. Like, I can't even slightly complain. This run was so fun. Way stronger than I even would have imagined. We killed the first hero so quickly. We almost got both of his phases down without him doing like his mega attacks, but phase 1 always goes slower than phase 2 for me. And I think the reason is because like he just has that jump in the air attack that like stalls. So like phase 1 of the first hero is, and I think most people agree with this, is harder than phase 2. I'm sure new players who are like brand new don't agree with that, but you'll get used to it and then you'll come to realize like, yeah, phase 2 is much more predictable than phase 1. Man, Nether Mana Suppressor, Bone of Mana, fucking Stone of the Air, at least before Chimera, which is like a good Stone of the Air. Ritual Staff. And then we had Mana Cycle going on this run with Mage's Necklace, and sadly not Infinite Bone, but you know, we did get Prayer of Grace, which is a really good item. And then we had some like very interesting crit percent shit going on here. Like this item, which is an item I very rarely use, actually was very useful on this run. And Invisible Knife, which is just a great item in general. And also, this is the oddball item on this run, but like, I could have gotten rid of this for the Mana Gauntlet at the end, but the thing is, and this is how Skul the Hero Slayer is now, you gotta build towards your inscriptions, at least to some extent. It really didn't make any sense to go to Artifact 3, just for a little bit of stats, and get rid of my Misfortune, which was helping my Invisible Knife pop off. So yeah, that's always something also very important that I think new players need to keep in mind, is build towards your inscriptions. They're very important and powerful. And yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say besides that, except fucking excellent run. Thank you guys for being here. It was very fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.